doubles playoffs. We're in the Elite Eight. We're going to be showing you four of the bowlers on lanes 5 and 6. They are going to, the top 4 will advance to the next round. We got Michael Kane, Dean Sullivan, followed by Aaron St. Cyr and Austin Barnes. Actually, Austin Barnes is going to throw first, as I understand it. Switch that around on the scoreboard in just a second. We got Lou Gacharna and Corey Packard, and Chris Jones and Chris McDonough. Also, we are live, and welcome. We had 16 bowlers this morning qualify for these 8 positions. First ball from Corey Packard on lane 6. Right in the pocket, but that thin hit, he's got the picket fence, the back row. A lot of help, though. Barnes in on the 3-pin, grabs 3. We also have Steve Renaud Jr. and Sr. bowling next to us. Hey, Corey Packard picks it up. He found the wood in front of the 8-pin, and ball took the 2 pins on either side, did the rest, a spare to start things off. Packard. Scotch doubles is the format today, and if you are not familiar with that, a lot of us weren't going into this. Austin with a 9? Austin at a 10, thank you. That's 4 on the fill for Packard, 14 first. 5 on the fill. Spare shot now in the second from Packard, who's going to sit down. Oh! Nice job getting the 4 horsemen, not the post. Barnes now working on the spare. He has the 6-10. Can't get anything across, though. There's a 10, 25. And a 10 for 20. So now these are the second bowlers. Michael Kane on lane 5. Chris McDonough on lane 6. McDonough, steel worker, who is out of the leagues right now. He was bowling at Union Street lanes and in the ACST last year, but his schedule got funky. His evenings are real tough for him. But after a great appearance in the Pro Series, Kane crosses over onto the 2-pin, just across the head pin. Has the 1 in the corner. McDonough drops it in right in the pocket, but it'll be open. Kane takes 7. Format, like I began to say, first bowlers take boxes 1 and 2. The second bowlers 3 and 4. Then the first bowlers again for 5 and 6, and second bowler 7, 8. 8 and a 7, right? 8 for Kane. Okay. McDonough crosses over the lefty. Drops 7 down to the triangle covered. Kane is on the left side. Like I was saying, McDonough, he's a firebrand, former pitcher. He was in the independent league, and he has the setup 38 miles an hour on that easy straight delivery for a spare, and he'll sit down with 19 in the ball. Kane will be open, still a head pin to contend with. And he'll take 9 for 17. Now our second bowlers are going to come up. We got Lou Gacharna in red on your scoreboard, wearing gray on lane 6 against Aaron St. Cyr. Welcome, you just joined us. Scotch doubles out of spare time. Gacharna, his first ball in the third. St. Cyr, his first ball in the third. Both bowlers were open. Their partners were open. Nate Lee's on his way out. No spare for Lou, and the diamond wins against St. Cyr. That was 10. 35 in the third. And 29 open so far for St. Cyr and Barnes. Kane and Sullivan were our number 1 qualifiers. 787 through 6 strings qualified. St. Cyr and Barnes at 737 were second. Lou's in the head pin. Has a nice look with the wood on the 5, 9, and 10. With the wood's going to help him out a little. St. Cyr in better shape.
I'm going to try this. I know there'll be people that will be interested.
Nothing, no doubt about it. The ball took the 10. St. Cyr is open. So 39 for the second bowlers there. I'll switch around the order there so it makes sense. Barnes was the first bowler in that team. He'll be coming up again. But now we're in our second group. Kane and Sullivan, the leaders. And this is Chris Jones now bowling his first ball. Drops 8 out of the 4 and 9. Sullivan, Dean Sullivan has a great looking 9 drop with a piece of wood covering. Everything should be good on that wood from the midpoint over. Nice bid on the back flip, but Jones is open. Sullivan with the spare of the first mark for his team here in the third. 27 in a ball. Jones for the 10. Oh, my apologies. He was working on a mark. Do you remember? Did we see what Jones? He had 8. He had 8 on the mark, so 20, 28, 30. He should have 38. Yes, 38. I remembered. So Jones, who was filling Chris McDonough's mark, had a 10 and a strike in the fourth. He'll sit down as Sullivan grabs 5, gets 32-33. How about that? Spare for Sullivan, 42 in a ball. 48 and 2 balls coming up for Chris McDonough and Chris Jones. Now we're back to our first bowlers, Austin Barnes and Corey Packard. Barnes on your scoreboard in the blue, Packard who was bowling with Lou Gacharna. And we're seeing pairs of bowlers here. There are 8 bowlers going across. We're not covering lanes 7 and 8 right now. We'll hear about them maybe at the midpoint. We'll get our correspondent to check in on that. Corey Packard drives one, gets the tip to knock down the 4-pin. A huge break there, and he's got 9. He was at 45 to 54 there. Barnes open 39 through 4. Packard completes the spare. be at 64 now in a ball. Barnes takes 10. Good pinning. 49.5 for Barnes. What was that? Was that a spare? Can you check that? That was a spare. Okay, my apologies. 49 in the ball. Packard. That's right. Starting from the right. Packard in the fill takes 2.66. Barnes on there. That was their first mark. He grabs 3 out of the corner there. That's a 52. Barnes raises up that his left arm and his right. Makes a kind of a U-shaped motion. Packard takes 9. And a 9 for 61 through 6 for Barnes. He's bowled twice. His partner, Aaron St. Cyr, the 3rd and 4th. He's going to be coming up next in the 7th and 8th. Now we're back to bowlers number 2 and 3 on your scoreboard. Chris McDonough on lane 6, the lefty, pulls it across. Remember, he's working off of Chris Jones's strike. 7 on his first ball. Mike Kane with a strike on spare. Dean Sullivan's spare. Mike Kane with a strike. The 7 total on that strike. So it's 55 through 4. He'll take a 7. 62 for McDonough. Mike Kane working on a strike after the spare, and he's back on the head pin, right? 8 more and still a ball to come. Jones buries it. Similar leave. 4-7. Both players with wood in play. How about that? Spare on strike 4 in a row for the team of Kane and Sullivan. And a spare for McDonough. Blue Gacharna now on lane 6. His team open. Looks like the 5 and dime. St. Cyr also open. It takes out the right side. Gacharna now no wood. He'll be open. St. Cyr also. Still 2 pins standing in front of him. 9 for Gacharna, 84 for his team through 7. And a 9 for St. Cyr, 70. So Kane and Sullivan, bowlers 2 and 4 on your scoreboard. Both have marks when they return. Gacharna's off left. St. Cyr, same story. He grabs 4. Leaves 2 on the left, 4 on the right. Blue's got the long check mark plus the 5 pin back there. Left of the object. Okay, big balls coming up. Blue facing 3. Takes a 7, 91. Likewise for Aaron St. Cyr, 77. St. Cyr and Barnes had scores of 117, 139, 131, 114, 126, and 110 en route to a number 2 seed. Gacharna and Packard, they won the high single with 156 in string 4. All right, now in the bonus, Chris Jones on the head pin, breaks up the right side 8 on the fill. These are our leaders. Dean Sullivan, 9 drop down to the 9. He's at 91. Looking for 5 in a row. And how about that? A spare for Jones. And a match. These two are definitely en route to qualifying. We're gonna haven't had an update from lane 7 and 8. Jones now in the bonus, just right, grabs 4, 94. Sullivan back on the head pin, another 9 drop. They have run away with a 110 through 7 complete. Jones misses the head pin, but knocks down to, still has 2 left. And how about that? 6 marks in a row. Dean Sullivan, 2 9-drop spares. His team's at 120 through and a ball through 8. Jones for 10 here. Good job. 104. Mark Moon, how you doing? Any updates on the scores over here? It's all right.
I was just thinking something else.
Okay, I'll find. You want to check what their scores are on the right? Phil Massa, one of our hometown bowlers for Sparetime, is going to check on the scores on 7 and 8. Huge match so far. From Dean Sullivan and Michael Kane. 7 drop for Corey Packard, whose team is open. Austin Barnes through 8. Seniors at 89 through 8. Just for your comparison, when you look at the board, he would be in, that team is in 3rd. Through 8, 77 in a ball for the team of Bromberg and Scali. So they're right in the hunt with the Barnes, St. Cyr, Packard, Gacharna. Okay. There's a spare. Corey Packard. You think they're at 103? I think we are. Can you check that? That was Chris Jones, who thinks he's at 103. So I'm gonna fix that for the moment. Oh yeah, 103. Thank you for the score correction there. May have missed the ball earlier. Oh, and while we're doing that, Austin Barnes just threw a 9, we think. 86. 86. Packard on the spare grabs 5, 106. Barnes takes down the right side. He's got the eagle wing left. 247. Corey's going to have to send a messenger. The corner pin here. Buries 3 instead. Good outcome in that situation. Barnes going to be open. They are right on the bubble. From what we were hearing about the scores next door, the team of Bromberg We just threw a 1-5, a Central Worcester on the fill, I believe. Packard takes 8. It's going to be looks like a 114. And if that's a 9, it's going to be a 95. We'll check on all the scores at the halftime. Welcome, Phil Massa, right? Phil, welcome to the broadcast. Candlepin Bowling Network here, live from Sparetime. Scotch doubles. We're at the end of the first string. We have, it's a 2-string playoff situation. 8 teams qualified, 4 will advance after this. Chris McDonough is open. He's off the head pin. Kane. Oh, look at this. He's going up the ladder. Like they said, everything but the head pin falls after the after his first ball. Struck the 2. He's looking for his 7th spare in a row with this one. How about that? A flipper. 7 marks in a row. 130. I'm sorry, it's 129. 139 and a ball. And this was a... Did McDonough have an 8? Did Chris McDonough have an 8? Do we know?
That was us.
We're gonna throw 170 right here. You're fine. You're gonna start off double and everything's gonna be alright.
Thank you.
Come on. Start off big. I'll be there.
And how about that? 8 in a row. The team of Kane and Sullivan at 155 and a ball.
They've been doing that all day.
Yep.
And is that a 10 for
I think so.
121.
The 416 the last 3.
And Mike Kane takes 5 more for a 160, which I believe is the day's high. 160 the day's high?
What's that?
Is 160 the high for the day?
160 is the high for the. Oh, they got a 160.
Yep, that was 155 in a ball, and he converted. How are the scores over here, Justin?
That's 421 their last 3.
421 for the last 3.
They opened 411 and then we got 421 their last 3.
Holy smokes. So we have scores of 95 and 114 that we need to confirm. Your 121 is confirmed. Why am I?
What do you need?
I don't know if I'm. Oh, they're restarting. They're restarting, so I need to confirm their scores.
That's what Austin and Aaron.
All right, so we're in the second string now.
That 95 for Harvard St. Cyr is confirmed.
Okay.
421.
Sorry, my automatic scoreboard is screwing up. You can just remember what they did. I'm going to have to. Okay. 10 for Lou Gacharna. Get rid of that spare mark. You know Aaron. Do you know what Austin got? Or what Aaron got? My apologies. Okay. We're going to see about that. We're not sure about Aaron. Dean Sullivan now bowling on lanes 1 and 2. So Lou had a spare. Probably shouldn't try to get updates on everybody else. McDonough now buries one. He'll have the goalposts as a reward for a fine shot. Dean Sullivan coming off of 8 spares in a row with Michael Kane, and a 160 game is the lead. Remember, bowling 2 strings. For the spare now, Jones be open. Oh, well, ball was live there, off the curtain, but it came off of live wood. Sullivan, a beautiful shot, and the spare is the 4 falls late. That's 9 in a row. And a 9 for Jones leading off here in string 2. And all right, 6 on that fill for Dean Sullivan, 16 now. Jones is open. And look at this, 10 in a row for Sullivan, and Kane have 10 marks in a row. Unbelievable. He cut the diamond on that one. Hit the triangle perfectly, and his front pin, the 2 pin, leapt up and rolled slowly back and covered and tipped the 8 for the spare. They've had 9 spares and a strike in their last 10 boxes. It's a 2-string qualifier. Top 4 teams will be qualifying. Corey Packard now bowling. Austin Barnes bowling in the 3rd. We'll be looking at 3. Packard is open off the Cleary miss. Barnes finds the perpendicular wood and managed not to get anything out of that one. Tough 8. So 5 on the fill, 33 through 3 for Packard and Gacharna. Diamond cut there, and how about that? Right? Beautiful pair of spares there, right when they needed them. Barnes, who'd had a 9, was at 26. 36 in the ball now. And Packard and Gacharna at 43 in the ball after 4. All right, now our bowlers. Chris McDonough comes through. And he'll have the 1, 6, and 10. Piece of wood to help and or hurt. Kane. All right, working on 10 marks in a row. 9 spares and a strike. His team coming off a 160 in the first half here. Jesus. A 7 and a 6. So the streak is now over. Kane and Sullivan take 6. .34 in the third. The 7 for McDonough puts his team at 25. Bit at the spare now from the southpaw. Beautiful thin strike hit the pocket. No luck in the corner. Kane is just a little bit left. It'll be a 9:34 through 4. McDonough and Jones at 155 through 14 of 20 strings. McDonough with a 9:43. There are leaders at 2:03. Now Lou Gacharna and Aaron St. Cyr. Now these two, the team of Gacharna and Packard are watching real closely the score of McDonough and Jones. We haven't had an update from our squads on the right. Gacharna on the right side shakes but doesn't deliver the head pin. 1 and 7. Barnes, St. Cyr, bowling with Austin Barnes, peels off the outer layer of hay. There's a spare, the 1-7. Ball took out the corner. Gacharna, who had an 8 fill earlier. At 61, a 10 for St. Cyr, whose fill was I missed it. You know what his fill was, Aaron? So Lou now in the bonus on 6. Buries it. Spread eagle for 4. 65. Strike. St. Cyr. Lou working on the nice bid on the spread eagle. Everything but the 2. He clipped the 3 really thin like he's supposed to. Sent it out behind the 2. Didn't quite get the connection he needed. That'll be a 9. 74 through 6 for Gacharna and Packard. Packard will be coming next in the 7th. Barnes and St. Cyr at 61 plus 2 balls. It's the totals on the right that you want to watch. 156 to 155 in that matchup. Here's Chris Jones. Buries it. on the side and a strike. The 10 was the last to fall. He'd been open, but that's a strike. Dean Sullivan wants to start another streak now. They just finished 10 marks in a row. Easily our leaders on all 4 lanes. We have 8 bowlers. We also have bowlers on lane 7 and 8. And how about that? Another spare, and Sullivan is off to the races again. Richie Myrick in the house is going to help us with the play-by-play in the next round. Good news there. It's hard to keep score and do the play-by-play, especially. All right, so that's that was a 7 fill total, a 4 fill total for Kane and Sullivan. 51 on the strike. They'll be taking 8. Sullivan also taking 8. $65. All right, so our scores are unofficial at the moment, but we think we're up to date. Phil, any so through 6, Austin Barnes and Aaron St. Cyr on a strike. The rest open in the 6th. Kane and Sullivan easily the leaders. 225. Corey Packard drops 6 and has the 4 horses. Austin Barnes 8 on his first ball. Packard for the spare, just inside, almost swipes it. Barnes plays the wood and takes spare on strikes. 71 through 6. 81 in the ball now in the 7th. $10 for Packard. He's at 84. His team, more importantly, at 198 through 17 boxes. In a tight, it has the lead over McDonough and Jones, as well as Barnes and St. Cyr. We're not sure about the other lanes. Packard drops 9 down to the kingpin. Barnes in the bonus. Off the head pin, but gets a late fall from 2 of the pins anyway, and he's going to get 8. 89. 184 through 17. Spare for Packard. The Spencer. Oh, Barnes shook the head pin as he took the wood behind it, but did not get it to fall. And we'll take 9. 98 through 8. In this game, 193 on the day through 18. They are probably right on the bubble of our, well, McDonough and Jones as well.
Justin is clearly,
you know, they have 2 boxes in hand at 180. They're likely to be over them. So that's 3 of the 4 right there. Key box. McDonough and Kane, who's already qualified for the final. Must put a notable score. Whoa, how about that? That was the 1, 8, 9, 10. And a huge spare. And how about that, a match? Kane with the fourth of this string. He had 8 to finish the last string, 8 in a row, along with Dean Sullivan. In the bonus, McDonough, big 6. He's at 75. Just two for Mike Kane. It's mid 77, and another spare. That is gonna put them out in an enviable position. 85 in a ball. More importantly, after his 121, I think they are gonna be one. But how about to 2? 150, 150 for Reno. 258. They're gonna be in. Oh, and now I just lost track. What did Kane and Sullivan get there? Oh, well. Uh-oh, I think I just lost connection. We just lost our scoreboard. Spares from Gacharna and St. Cyr. Uh-oh, 1 on that fill.
Do you have any other 2-string totals?
I don't. I actually am having technical difficulties on the broadcast right now.
Okay.
On Gacharna, right? And Gacharna's fill was probably a strike. Eight on the fill there from Lou Gacharna. He's going to have he's going to be at 112. Our apology on the scoreboard. We had a cord kicked loose a second ago. Oof. Chris Jones now on the spare, takes 4. Sullivan can't quite connect on that one. A 10. So Sullivan and Kane are going to pass Renaud, and Renaud, who finished with a 258. They're 256 already, coming into the end. 105. And one more ball coming up from Chris Jones. Is at 108. That moves the 5, but doesn't take it. It's going to be 3, so a 111. And I still am missing a score from Corey and Lou's final.
Yeah, you needed a 232 to make it into the next round. So we're now going to consolidate down to 5 and 6.
Lou Gacharna's, what was missing was his. Yeah, this was he was at 103 here. Strike, spare, and a 141 finish. Never caught up with that one. All right.
I'm all done with this game.
It's going to be Corey and Lou and Chris and Chris.
Corey and Lou,
Yeah.
Chris and Chris, and Eric, can you come over and update the audience? Yeah, can you just announce the scores?
Sure.
While I work on the scoreboard.
Sure. So in first place, that one we had Dean Sullivan and Mike Kane with a 265. Second place was the Renaud's with a 258. Third place was Corey Packard and Lou Gacharna with a 255. And in fourth, Chris McDonough and Chris Jones with a 232.
So, Richie Myrick, you want to grab a seat?
Yes.
Grab a seat. There you go.
You know what? You know what? There's a cushioned one right there.
Well, fine.
All right.
Come, we get your butt in this. Come to Academy.
Oh, sorry about it. That's okay.
First day on the feet.
So Kane and Sullivan,
Hey, watch out. There's something.
McDonough and Jones,
1,500 goes to the tournament.
Reno and who?
Ah, it says 1,500.
Who else got qualified?
Walked into the men's room at the
We're the fourth.
Those one-eyed snakes.
Incredible.
Feel that.
Absolutely incredible.
Oh, I had to watch out. I had 3 spares the whole day.
Goodness me.
I gotta go to a dispensary.
You got plenty around here. Oh, I know. There are plenty. Is that closest one?
Okay, we're gonna.
No, I do not.
Bob, what are we doing here?
No.
We're getting going. Richie, why don't you come on in, join us, and we happen to be live right now.
We
And
are
I would
live.
like to,
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
we are live, so
every bit of it.
everything we've been saying is part of the record.
Okay.
Looks like Steve Renaud Sr. is going to be bowling first on lane 5. We're just trying to keep up with everything. I'll keep up on the scoreboard. You give us the play-by-play, and
Keep up with the Kardashians.
let everybody back in Gentleman Bowling Network and on YouTube you're watching.
All right, let's
So,
do it.
Bowling on lane 5 will be Renaud and Renaud. Bowling on lane 6 is going to be Packard and Gacharna, correct? And
That's what I have here,
And
yes.
then bowling in the second set are going to be, who's going to be bowling? Is that going to be McDonough and Jones?
I believe that is correct. I have Packard and Gacharna, or Gacharna. Don't put the R in before the R comes, you know. It's Gacharna, not Gacharna. And so on lane 6, we're going to have Corey Packard leading off. He's on the 1-3 pocket. He leaves the bare 5-pin. And Steve Renaud throws a strike.
You got, thank you.
Corey answers in kind by burying the 5-pin. 2 marks to start off our quarterfinals.
2 teams, I believe, will be advancing, and we'll be bowling 2 strings.
Oh,
correct?
so the semifinals, right?
Yeah, we're in the semifinals.
That's absolutely. So even higher stakes. Corey on the fill. He finds the 1-2 pocket, and he leaves the 6-pin. Renaud Sr. on the 1-3. He's got the diamond on the left-hand side. We'll see what the piece of wood decides to do. It's going to come back into play, and, oh, it's going to sit there. Oh, Bob, I don't like that. Corey with his single, and he buries it. So he's going to leave one hanging for his partner. And a really tough shot for Steve Renaud. He was unfortunate to have the wood come back into play there. So it'll be just 6 on the fill. And an unconventional 9. So a good trip for Renaud. 25 through 2. And
format today, Richie. This is Scotch doubles, so we're going to see 2 at a time, and it's kind of like alternate shot in Ryder Cup golf.
Yes, you know, it's funny you say that because the Ryder Cup actually came into play today in conversation. It really is a true doubles format. You leave a mark, your partner has to fill it up. If you leave a shot, your partner has to make the putt. You know, it's the same type of idea, the same type of format. And these types of formats, I think, are really, really fun because it keeps you on your toes the entire afternoon. Mike Kane with an unfortunate break on his second ball. Meanwhile, we have a mark up there for McDonough. And just an 8-box there for Mike Kane.
Those were the scores if they help you remind them. We had just a phenomenal outing over here on lanes 5 and 6 from the team of Kane and Sullivan. 10 marks in a row, 9 spares in a straight.
Oh my goodness! Did they hit the perfect game?
Well, they spread it across 2.
Okay.
It was 3 through 10. Sorry, 8 in the fill for McDonough.
8 on the fill for McDonough. He's just outside. Whoa, wait a second. Sent the pin for a ride. Sent the 6-pin for a pin off the ride. It just shows how difficult it is to throw a perfect game. How to keep a clean score of 10 or better. It really is difficult, and that's why the perfect game is, if I understand it right, I think the Tuesday night perfect game pool is really up there at Academy. It's just such a difficult thing to do.
I still don't have one.
You still don't have one?
I've left
no
one.
kidding.
I've left one, but never.
Oh.
I've hit all 10 head pins. I even hit 11 with a mark in the 10th. I've never gotten all the pins down.
And I'm sure you kept track of all of that too. So you
absolutely.
would know that if you.
I was delighted. The first
right?
time I hit all 10 head pins, I couldn't believe myself. That took a few years. Okay, now this is the second bowlers. Lou Gacharna, along with Corey Packard, number 3 on your screen below you. And Renaud Jr.
Both bowlers on the head pin, and Lou has got a really difficult one. He has a capped pin, maybe? Oh, it was a tough pin. It was up on the lip. A very difficult shot.
And Lou, who had been on a spare, Corey left him with the spare. So that 19 was big, even though he missed the spare.
It's still great count, and he has a great count with the 10 as opposed to the 8 for Renaud. So that's going to put Renaud at 33. The Renaud's at 33, and with the out for Lou is going to be 48. So that gives him a 15-pin advantage heading into the 4th box here.
We'll be bowling 20. 2 will be advancing to the finals.
This is elimination, so they aren't bowling against each other. That is a correct to point out there, Bob. Lou with the 1-8-9, a variation of the backward spread eagle. Just off to the right. Renaud Jr. cherries the 1-2-2 pinner. So both bowlers will be shooting for 10. And Lou's going to make his. And Junior leaves the plate with 1. 9 box for him. That gives him 42 through 4.
Both teams open in the second group. Chris Jones bowling on lane 6. His team with 28 after Chris McDonough spare in the first. Buries that one. Rewarded with 6. That's the 4, 5, 7, and 10.
Well, he has a choice to make here. He could try it left and kick something off the wall. He may try to go right and sweep everything. I think left is the play here. He's going to try to sweep it. Meanwhile, the diamond on the left side for Dean Sullivan. Takes out just the back 2 there. So both bowlers shooting for 10. So an 8 box there. Ball just got into the channel there. Well, a little backdoor action. Will the 8-pin fall? No, it won't, but it's still locked up for him favorably. Dean Sullivan off to the left. He's got the 1, 3, and 6. 3 horsemen on the right. And even clipping the cap on the way by, he still manages to carry the 8-pin. It's a good shot there for Jones. Sullivan on the outside, only the 1. Pins are important, and he gets the 10 in an unconventional way. Sends a little wood out of the gutter. We might remember that pin later. Keep in mind, the top 2 teams here advance to the finals. Could come down to that 1 pin.
I'm going to take away the match lead. That's a little deceptive right now.
Right, because it's elimination, yeah.
Since we're in elimination.
Yeah, that's okay. Corey Packard on lane 6 buries the 1-2, and boy, he didn't get much more than the 1-2. He's got the 6 in the back row, and boy, what do you want to do here? Renaud Sr. off to the left, and boy, he gets a nice piece of wood there. The 6-pin falls a little late and turns it into a favorable shot. Let's see what Corey tries to do here. He goes left. Threw the ball and the pin over there. Renaud Sr. to the outside. Both bowlers looking for 10 here. Again, all important pins. 9 for Corey Packard. Renaud Sr. cleans up the 10 with authority as well. That was a good ball there. You'll want to remember that one going into the 6 box here. Gives them 52.
Corey had a 10?
Yes. Excuse me, a 9 box. 10 for Renaud, 9 for Corey. Pardon me. Corey on the 1-3. He's got the 2 and the 5. He's got the 2 and the 5, but that wood might be a little tricky, Bob.
Oh, is it? It's a little short, isn't it?
There's a little space there, and if he gets it a little too high, it might be too far in front of the 5. Let's see what he does.
Oh, no problem.
Carries it nicely. That's a great shot from Corey Packard. And a nice backup ball from Steve Renaud. Trying to keep them above par here. Nicely done.
That?
Nicely done. He's been pinning, and he's been doing it all day, Bob. He's been bowling very well. Every ball is counted. Not a single ball thrown away. Giving him and his son, Stephen Jr., an honest shot here. Just to bowl themselves in and to bowl themselves into a positive position coming home here.
Nothing gives him more pleasure than to bowl with his son. I'll tell you that. I get to see him at the lanes in Millis. He talks about it all the time. Just so proud of the fact that he can play competitively with him. Wow, the fill for Chris Jones there. This is the spare in the fourth. Oh, look at that connection. How about that? A spare in the fifth. 61 in the ball. Kane just misses. Had the look at the four horsemen in the post. For 8 in that one. 46. No carryover for them. They had those 10 marks in a row in the Elite 8. Open now through first half. We're bowling 20. 7 on the fill. Chris McDonough. Here. This is him.
Yes.
This is 62 then. Okay. Okay. All right. I think Mike Kane just got on the board with a spare 56.
And right on time, getting him back in.
Let's see. Chris, how'd you finish? That was a 10 for Chris.
Now Lou on the fill. Off to the left, but a happy 6. He's got the 1, 3, 7, and 9. Wants to lay one right in the 1, 3 if he can. Renaud Jr. splash-a-roni right in the 1, 3. He's got a second piece of wood aside of the orange pin in front of the 7. Should be able to shove it through.
How about that? Right, so just after the score correction on the spare that was a 10 in the 6, he was at 62. So now with that spare, he's at 72 through 7.
7 box for Gacharna. And Renaud with 9 and another. He does carry that.
Okay.
90 for Lou. What a ball from Renaud Jr. And a strange ball from Gacharna there. He had the 8-pin, I believe, fall between the 3-pinner here. Oh, it might. Oh, I thought it was going to get involved. Could have been a weird way to get a backwards spare. And a 9 box.
Yeah, I get. Well, this is 7, Phil. 9 boxes here.
And a nine box for Renaud, and a 9 box for Lou.
Okay.
Down to crunch time here.
So in the bonus, I believe Dean Sullivan working on the Mike Kane spared in the 6th.
Yep, Mike left him one hanging. Big ball here. And Chris on the 1-2 pocket. He's got 3 and 1. No wood to speak of. Dean Sullivan on the 1-2 pocket as well. He's got a triangle on the right-hand side, the 3, 5, and 6.
We do have
And he
score correction there, though. It was 54, but the 7 goes there. It'll be 61.
spare for Dean Sullivan.
So we're up to date now on the scores.
7 box there.
85 through 7 for Jones and McDonough.
Coming down to crunch time here.
Chris Jones is bowling on lane 16. Sullivan on lane 5. Sullivan in the bonus.
2 of the biggest balls of the match here. A 1-5-8, and Dean isn't far behind. Dean's is far more favorable with the 3 horsemen on the left and what looks like a nice piece of wood there. Nice offer there from Jones. Oh, Dean makes it, cleans it up like one. A beautiful ball. 3 will get you 5. Perfect piece of wood, and right on time as well. It's going to be a 9 box there. Pardon me, that's an 8 box there for, yep, they had the 9 pin there, pardon me.
3. Check on those scores, 86 and 93.
Corey Packard now. Both bowlers open here. Corey a little tight on the 1-2. Leaves a 3 horseman on the right. Renaud Sr. also on the 1-2. He's got the deep 2. Both bowlers with a couple of cut shots to work with. Oh, Corey tried to throw it over. Nice offer at it. Oh, Renaud finds the cap. Still nearly covered the 7. That's going to be a 10 for Corey. It's going to put Corey and Lou at 109 through 9 completed frames. It's going to be a 9 box for the Renauds, and that's 99. Well, you know this is going to be close coming on home.
2
here,
of these teams will advance.
Absolutely.
And through 8, they are really, it's not clear. It's the fill that's going to decide who's in second place.
Well, you know, it's funny that you say that because it comes down to the strangest things, and it's been a strange day. I'd rather have Renaud's with his lemon drop than I would with Corey's with his 8-10 here.
That's right.
It's just the strangest thing.
So, yeah. He's got a better chance to move ahead.
Let's see what Corey does here. He's going to go way right. Renaud Sr. finds a pocket, so both bowlers are going to have a chance at a 10 and both keep themselves involved.
Remember, we're going 20.
That's right.
This will be the midway point for these 2 teams. A 9 and a 10 for Packard puts them at 119.
It's a solid post.
And a 108 for the Renaud team.
It just feels like it's going to come down to the second game, and it should. It really should.
So Mike Kane is the 1 bowler in the bonus here.
That is $1.
$1.
Eight on the fill is a nice late fall from the 5 and 4.
And I didn't really do anything for the next 3, like, halves.
94, and if it was an 8 box match, that would have put him in second place.
Right? It's going to come down to the last box. I really feel it. That's an excellent out. You say every pin, but you mean every pin. And there's 9 for Mike Kane.
So they're tied at 103 through 9.
Coming on home, facing a 108 and a 119 in the clubhouse, going into string 2.
Crossover.
On the 1-3, that's a beautiful ball. Let's see what the wood decides to do. I don't care much for that angle. Yet again, it's one of those ones where the bowler that threw the better ball may not have the favorable leave. Let's see if he gets there.
Oh, you were right. Good call, Richie. I don't think there's any way to take. I mean, he had to take it off of a wall.
It may have been the cap, maybe, but and let's see if Mike can capitalize. And again, each bowler working for the 10.
And they are.
And we are gonna be all within a mark going into the last of it here in the semis.
For the Jones McDonough duo.
Ooh, okay. All right. A loose 7. Need to have a couple pins there. I'm sure Mike would be the first to tell you so. And that's going to put them at 110. So we've got a 108, a 112, a 110, and a 119. it's going to be anybody's match coming on home here in the semis.
11 pins separating the 4, in other words,
All
right?
4 are within a reasonable mark if you really think about it. An 8 box against a 20. There you go. There's your difference. All 4 teams 1 box away. Here's Lou on alley 6. Nearly flirts with the Heffernan. And we've got a backdoor happiness for Renaud Jr. He's got just the leader in front. Oh, Lou blows it up. And Renaud covers his mark. These guys know it's on the line now. A couple of marks right out of the gate. A lot of different ways to get there. Let's see what they do here on the fills, Bob.
That's right. So Packard and Gacharna are leaders, but that 119, they grab 4, and how about that? 3 out of the head pin. Talk about your different rewards.
1 for 4, 1 for 3. Oh, is he gonna make it? Oh, that's a great bid out of Lou. It's a good 9 for Gacharna. And a 7 for Renaud.
He's at 20. Okay, remember, 2 of these 4 teams will advance to the finals. Team of Jones and McDonough, bowling on lane 6, are in second place right now by 2 pins over the team of Kane and Sullivan. 112, 110 after 10.
Would you rather be Team A or Team B? Would you rather bowl first or second, especially given how close it is?
Well, in this case, remember the first bowler is gonna have 6 and the second bowler 2, so it's kind of the anchor position in some ways to bowl first. You're also gonna bowl last. McDonough really announced himself to the world last year at the Pro Series. Well, thanks second in the qualifiers there.
You know, the Pro Series is a really great way to, and we've seen it over the years since we started back in, I think it was, 08, 010, I don't even remember. Macintosh, help me out.
How about that?
We've seen so many great bowlers, great young bowlers get their feet wet on the Pro Series, and it's exciting to see that we've got a full season coming around and 60-plus bowlers at the first event this year. We got, what, 30 bowlers here today, Bob? I think.
Yeah, we had 16 teams, so 30.
32.
32.
Okay,
Yep.
so I mean that's really not bad for a football Sunday. So you know, all the little things that we can do to keep the game going, you know.
We've had a few great events in the last since COVID at this house.
We have, yes, we have.
Sparetime has really shown itself to be real friendly. Just missed on that.
Nice bit on the impossible shot. That's a really tough one to
or
put.
whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Hey,
oh,
how
and
about that?
Dino makes it on the outside. The 1, 2, and 7.
19.
That leaves them with 20 and a ball.
So through 12 complete, well, not complete. Kane and Sullivan have a ball, and the lead is 142 for Packard and Gacharna. Corey Packard will be bowling next on lane 6, followed by, Kane and Sullivan are likely to be in second. They're at 130 and a ball. McDonough and Jones at 131, and Reno at 128. So 14 pins separates everybody still.
14 pins through 11 3/4. Corey a little tight on the 1-3. He's got the 2 and 2. Oh, let's see. Is the head pin going to fall?
Oh, yeah.
It is. Let's see what happens now. Well, he could cause some chaos now. Corey throws it off the wall. What a beautiful shot.
Sidewall, the helicopter.
What a beautiful shot by Corey Packard. Is he
And
gonna respond?
he did.
Oh!
Two of the finest.
Oh, now we're
spares.
bowling.
You're gonna see.
Fantastic shots. Both bowlers trying to stay alive here in the semis.
Packard's team holds its lead, 152 through 13 of 20. And our fourth place team, Renaud at 138 plus a ball.
Promising fill ball, looks
about
like
that?
9. See what the wood wants to do. Renaud on lane 5. Blows out 9, 10! 10! It's 10 after all!
Strike on spares.
Unbelievable. Leaves a strike hanging for the kid. Now, no gimmies here on 6 for Corey Packard. He's got to stay on it here on the 5. And he will. Wow, didn't even touch the wood. Beautiful ball.
How about
Great
that?
bowling here.
I was gonna say nice half. You know, it's there.
It seems like a good half, even though they're only through 4 boxes. Both of our teams here bowling awesome.
Nice
Boy,
pair.
On the fill.
No, the Jones and McDonough are
Oh,
open.
pardon me.
Kane
Mike is on the fill.
Yep.
Mike is on the fill. And Mike is still on the fill. He's still on the fill. That's going to be 7. And again. Sneaks by for McDonough. Tough shot
Yeah.
there.
When the wood's squared up like that,
Yeah, it
doesn't
turned
go
it
through.
That's right. It turned it into a difficult angle. You see it actually wrapped around that. If you and a nice 10. That's a good 10. So a 10 to 8 there.
This is gonna be 27.
So it'll be 27 for the McDonough and Jones company and 37 for Kane and Sullivan. Both bowlers open here. Both bowlers open and up against the mark here and chasing.
That's right.
So both bowlers really could.
Yeah, the Renaud team had been in 4th place before
Right.
their spare strike combo.
Yeah,
so
that was a
I
huge.
think they're going to be leaping right into 2nd.
And that's a way to answer right there. Leaves the 3, 5, and 9. Little space there with the wood. Mike Kane answering the call. 5, 7, 8, 9. No wood to speak of. 1 in the channel, but probably won't be a helper. Is it going to come back?
It did. And
Tried
it
again!
goes! Just enough juice.
Yeah, we talk about missing by a quarter board. I think if he threw a quarter mile an hour less, I don't know if he carries that pin there. 8 box for Mike.
He should be at 45. Oh,
45. Yep.
So the next 2 bowlers coming up.
We are on marks
Renaud
here.
on a strike and Gacharna on Packard's spare.
That's right.
Score leaders are Gacharna and Packard at 171. And now 13 pins behind. Renaud are in 2nd.
Only 23 pins separating our top and 4th here. And wow, what a ball. Both of our bowlers drop 8. The 7 and the 9 for Lou. What is he going to do? He's got a piece of wood on the left that I don't think is any good. I think the top might be okay.
Love it, but he's going to try for it. Yeah, I mean, had to hit it and bounce it back, I guess.
Well, that's all right. He's going to take the count, and both of our bowlers are going to take the count there. So
59 for the strike on the Renaud.
Every important pin, and that's right in the face. As is that. That's two quality 10 boxes there for our bowlers. That's going to put Renaud at 69 through the game and 177 total, and that's going to put Gacharna and Corey at 189. So they're leading the way, although they do have 1 more completed. On the 1-3 is Lou. And a happy splash for Renaud. Could have been a disaster, and let's see what he's going to do here. This is a tough one as well with the wood.
That's
Yeah, difficult shot for both of our bowlers here.
wood is turned like that. You can't get the ball to collapse onto the other pin.
It's just hard to carry all 3 pins there, Bob. You have to either catch the cap and then you risk hitting the curtain, and then you got the same shot again. Hard to get 10. So those are a pair of 9 boxes there.
So for the home viewers, I've put the totals in highlighted in yellow and red. That's what you're watching here. It's a 20,
yes, that's what we're chasing. That's through completed boxes.
Yep, and we're going to be bowling 20 to get to the final.
That's right. And then we're going to do it again.
Please check mine too. They're correct.
And Jones blows out the spread eagle on the right.
That's good.
And looked like Dean was going to do the same. It's going to be a 4 fill.
Yep.
And wow, that's an excellent bid. They'll be happy with 10 here. It still keeps them alive. Nice shot from Sullivan. Takes advantage of the break. What looked like the same ball as Jones. He winds up with the 3-pinner and he takes advantage of it. Well,
49, right?
49 total.
So just now a 4-pin lead for Sullivan and Kane over Jones McDonough, but they're chasing the 186.
Correct. So we're still. This is absolutely live scoring, folks. And there's a big ball. Leaving just the 6. And Dino just with 4 on the right-hand side. So with the 4 on the fill gives them 59 through 5. Jones with the mark. Boy, this is going to be close.
I could put the mark over here. I mean, for the home viewer, no. That was a 10.
10 for Dino.
69. So it's now they're virtually tied. You know, it's 179 to 171 in the ball. I've moved the mark over into the total column so you can see it. Just watch that yellow score.
We've got it.
Scotch doubles.
Here we
the
are.
Game here.
It's such a great format. You know, you leave one for your partner. You the ultimate in a doubles format.
Both bowlers open in the 6, both teams. Lord Packard and Gacharna in the lead at 198. How about that?
On the 1-2, beautiful ball from Renaud. The 6 is still wiggling. Nothing but something to do there for Steve. The 1-3-6 here for Corey. This is on the outside. Renaud brings it home.
There it is.
It's a huge mark. They'll give them 88 in a ball, and Corey with a 9 box.
Good news
gives them
is
88.
they can afford one of those.
They can afford only one though. They're up 11 as it lies, but
That's for second place, and remember, and we're going to see McDonough, Jones, and Kane and Sullivan in the 180 zone,
that's right.
chasing after 6.
That's a ball. That's
How
a
about
beautiful
that?
ball.
Move.
What will the wood decide to do here? He's got the 5-7. Let's see what the wood decides to do. Is it going to come up and roadblock? I think we've got another cap job here.
All right, you got half, got half.
But
5 fill for Renaud. He's got the Caleri on the left-hand side. Corey's asking a very good question here. Does he want to try the cap, or does he want to try to send something off the wall? He has that second piece of wood in the gutter. And maybe if he fires something, he could carry the 7-pin. If he hits the red line, maybe send something back off the wall.
makes it like a Canadian gutter back there, right?
Let's see what happens here. I think that's what he was trying to do.
Knowing that it's deceptive, that the 5-pin is leaning, it didn't
All right, come on.
Difficult
Big
shot,
ten.
but Renaud with the pitch out, but they're both still looking at 10. Corey converts his.
98.
Gives him 98 and gives them 217 through completed boxes. The Renauds are going to finish with 9 on that, including the fill.
So he's at 210. So
210. We are going to come down to the last.
217 and 210. McDonough and Jones on lane 6.
And we're on a fill here.
By,
That's right.
Chris McDonough,
Yep.
Mike Kane on lane 5.
Chris on the fill. Just half. Just half, but nothing but something to make. He's got the 4 horsemen on the right and the 7 pin, excuse me. Mike Kane on the 1-2. He's got a difficult one with the 3, 9, and 10. All important pins here. Oh, both of our bowlers with a couple of tight ones there. Let's see what they can do with the out. That's nicely done. That's a nice 8. And just 7 for Mike Kane.
Okay.
Both of our bowlers still within reach, but at this point, both of them could really use a mark here.
Yeah, they're chasing that 210, so they both need 16s, 15, 16 to get
yeah,
in that range.
You'd like to have a 8 and another would be nice, yes. So we got the half Worcester there for Chris, and we have Mike with the 1, 3, 6, and 9, and it's gonna go!
He got it!
That's one. That's one. All of a sudden. All of a sudden. And Mike just a little full. Needs every pin.
Nice.
Settles for 9. That'll give them 85 through the completed frames.
So that's looks like our scoreboard is up to date. 217, Packard and Gacharna lead. Second place right now, 210, Renaud and Renaud. Team of McDonough and Jones at 194 plus a ball. Kane and Sullivan at 195. 15 or 16 pins, the difference.
It's anybody's match. It really is.
And that ball from the Jones-McDonough squad, it's going to help that.
So both of our bowlers with dueling 4 horsemen, mirror images. We've got the right for Lou and the left for Steven. So it'll be a 9 for Gacharna. And an 8 for Renaud Jr.
He's at 110 in the game. His team is at 218.
Boy, they want one coming
They're
home.
in
You don't want to
second
leave one open here. It really is anybody's game here, folks. Lou Gacharna on 6 on the 1-3 pocket. Leaves the triangle on the left-hand side, the 2, 4, and 5. Renaud Jr. throws a hammer. Just a hair to the right for Lou. And just an 8 box, so a 234 in the clubhouse. So Renaud is going to require at least 7 pins here on the fill to guarantee at least 3rd place. And we'll see what the last 2 do. And he's going to have some work to do. Boy, this has had tie written all over it, hasn't it, Bob?
Oh yeah, what's the? You have it in tie, right?
Well, obviously, if it's the top 2,
And
in the tie,
that's
they move on.
just 6. And that's
26.
234. And, well, we speak things into existence.
They are tied. I believe you're tied. We'll get a confirmation of that.
We have 194 in a ball. We have 195. So the 195 of Kane and Sullivan is going to require a pair of 20 boxes if they want to advance to the finals.
Yep.
Meanwhile, McDonough and Jones are on a mark with 194. They've required 31, but they have the extra ball here. And it's a good one. And it's 8. Puts them at 202 through completed boxes. Dean Sullivan on lane 5 on the 1-3. Sends everything but the kitchen sink over there, and he leaves the 5-10.
That's right. It won't matter if the top 2 tie.
Does he cut it? Oh, he makes it. What a
shot.
beautiful shot. What a shot by Jones. Sullivan makes the 10. Crazy as it sounds, it still keeps him alive. He's a triple away. He needs a strike here to stay alive. Meanwhile, Chris Jones needs a big fill and another one, and then we might have a roll-off. Because of course we would. What a ball on the 1-2.
Not that much for that.
Well,
beauty.
now he's got a big choice to make. He's got the 3-pinner on the deep right side, the 6, 7, 9, and 10, and Dino tried. He tried. He put a good bid on it.
Congratulations on his 160 and the 10 marks in a row.
They bowled
in the
fantastic. Yeah, it was nice to see him and Mike bowling very well today.
That was the highlight of the day for any team and but they will not be moving on.
Needs to make this. He's going to try to sweep it.
Hey, I think 234s are going to move on, right? With that, he needed to make that. That's right. Kane?
Excellent bowling out of McDonough and Jones all day today.
And a 9 for 104.
That's a 228 from McDonough and Jones, and also great bowling from Mike Kane and Dean Sullivan today with a 214. Maybe deserved a little bit of a better fate with the 214, but 234 is going to advance for both of our teams here. Renaud Sr, Renaud Jr, and we've got Corey Packard and Lou Gacharna.
That's right. That has been confirmed, I assume.
Yep, just waiting on confirmation. I think we should be good to go.
So Richie, if you want to take the broadcast for a moment, I'm gonna reset the scoreboard for the final.
Sure.
And I'll be in a zone.
Yeah, I'll keep the people company.
You can bring in any of the guests if you like.
So we're still live?
We are live.
We are live? There's still people watching?
They are.
Do I dare ask? Who wants to come talk?
So the final is we're gonna see.
This is gonna be a good one.
Renaud
it really is.
Renaud against Packard and Gacharna.
I can't get enough of the
Lou Gacharna.
I can't get enough of the format. I love the idea of, like, leave me one is my favorite way to warm up, Bob. I like to, leave a spare and have my teammate come up and make a spare. It's like, this is kind of a different format, but similar, you know what I mean? It's just one of my favorite things to do, Berto knows. Berto, come over here. Come say hello. There's people watching.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and they want to hear from you.
You want to hear? Hello.
Berto, what do you think about this format, bud?
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I like it. It's kind of like a warm up for the Worlds for you guys too. You guys do the 2 boxes.
That's actually true. Yeah, I hadn't even really thought about that part.
And it's fun watching the Renos today. They're just lighting it up all day.
Yes, that's cool.
Father-son combo,
Well, this final should be loaded. I mean, for a scratch tournament. Yeah, I'll get through it. I'll get through it.
Scratch Scotch tournament.
Well, it's scratch and Yeah, well, it is. It's scratch and it's Scotch, and I really like that format. And it's cool that we have
Scotch.
this. So we have like 4 scratch bowlers here bowling a Scotch tournament. We got the senior and junior connection. We got Lou and we got Corey. So we got 4 top level bowlers, like ready to kill it for the final.
Yeah, this is a pretty fun final. I've been keeping score all day for the Renaults, and it's been fun. I love the fact that they get to bowl father-son. That's awesome. I only wish I could get to bowl my dad.
Yeah, you know that's one thing I miss too. So I love bowling my old man. My old man, not to be confused with Danny Myrick, because
You sure there's no relation?
I do it every year.
I don't know. I'm gonna look up ancestry.com here.
You know, you might have to.
That's right. So we have.
All right, what are we doing?
Just to announce the money awards here. Third place money goes to Chris Jones and Chris McDonough, $350. And fourth place to Dean Sullivan and Mike Kane, $150. And congratulations on their $150 earlier. In the finals, we are going to see, looks like Steve Renaud Sr. is going to be bowling first on lane 5 as he begins to warm up. And yeah, if you're ready, Corey will be bowling first for Team Packard and Gacharna. All right. And Richie, we're getting ready for the finals. It's going to be Corey Packard on lane 6, throwing the first ball. The format, same as in the semis and in the Elite 8. They're going to go around twice. 20 boxes.
The final 2 teams, and I think maybe the final 2 teams that really bowled the best today. We bowled. We bowled with the Renaults. Myself and Nate Dockers. We bowled with the Renaults, and it was really nice to bowl with them and see them connecting all day, because they really picked each other up. It seemed like all afternoon. Corey off to the left, lead us off here.
How about that?
Renaud Sr. leaves the 10-pin. The 10-pin with a piece of wood that looks like a guide, or he's just got to try to sneak by it.
No.
That's what he was trying to do. You can't really fault him for that. It's a tough shot.
Sid dropped the shoulder on that one as he walked up.
Well, he can still win the box here if he picks up the 10.
All right.
That's one you got to laugh off. A pair of 9s for our bowlers here.
$850 to the winner, $500 for second place. We started the day with 32 bowlers on 16 teams. 8 teams qualified. Made our way through elimination rounds of Elite 8. And the semifinals just completed. Here we are in the final. Corey Packard with another 4 and 2. Steve Renaud also on the 3-pin. Leaves the 4 horsemen in the post. Richie?
Yeah, it was 32 bowlers is really nice on a football Sunday. We mentioned that. And, ooh, Corey just, well, wait a second. Tried to walk it over. Renaud puts a good bid on his. Yeah, 32 bowlers, on a football Sunday here in the middle of the season, for the early part of the season, is actually a decent turnout here at Sparetime. And a 10 box for Corey. Thanks to Mark Moon and the staff here at Sparetime for accommodating us, and Eric Bromberg for putting everything together for another great tournament down here. Everything here has always been great.
That's right, and it's all scratch today, but they put a cap on the team.
Scratch with a cap,
235.
Yeah, scratch with a cap.
So you couldn't put together the. It's not the money match like next week. We're going to show in the money match.
Oh, that's right. That's
Josh
right.
Daly and
Yes.
Nate Lees defending their crown against Amanda Carroll and Jeff Surratt.
Oh, I can't wait for that one, Bob.
That'll
Are
be a
you
matinee.
kidding?
Oof, 11 o'clock next Saturday.
That's appointment viewing, folks. That's 4 top bowlers for sure.
Tough bid on the spread eagle for Renaud Jr. Gacharna looked like he had a good shot at the triangle, but picked out the middle. And
a couple open boxes for our bowlers.
Early 2-pin lead for Packard and Gacharna. on lane 6. Nice job, Mike Kane. Congratulations on your 4th place finish and your 160.
Yeah.
In the pocket, Lou drops 9 to the 6 pin. Steve Renaud.
Well, it looked like the 3-pin may wanted to fall there for a second, but it's going to be the 4 horsemen plus the 7. Lou here on the naked 6, and he's got it right in the face.
They're smart.
Timely mark. And a timely answer. Both of our bowlers sitting on marks. That's how you tag your partner in.
That's excellent. So Corey Packard recently won the Chicha National Championships in a tight match with Jeremy Seaholm.
Very good match, yes.
That was up in Metro.
Oh,
very
beautiful ball that was. In the 1-2, he leaves the naked 6.
Those were bonus balls there. That's big swing.
Yeah, it's just going to be 2 for Renaud, so that's 7 pins more for Corey and Lou. See if Corey can jump on it here with the 6, and he does. And he hits it flush in the face, just as Lou did a moment ago.
Scoring error out there. 37, but. $46 for Renaud at the half. 56 in a ball for the team of Packard and Gacharna.
Huge ball here for Corey. With the 10-pin advantage, let's see what he can fill it up with. Another nice ball on the 1-2. Let's see where the wood decides to settle. It's the 5, 7, and 9. Great ball by Senior. The deep triangle and the wood rolled off the deck. Difficult break there. See if Corey can sweep all 3 here.
Plays it low.
It's a good shot.
He had to hit that one low. That was beautiful.
Yep.
Not much wrong with that one.
Renaud working hard. That's a professional 8, if there ever was one. And it's still early enough here, so.
19 pins in a ball after the first quarter, basically.
Lou could really put it to the screws here if he throws a pocket ball here. And it is one. Oh, it was a pocket. The 2-5 pocket. And that was a pocket for Renaud Jr. He leaves the 4-pin. So 5 on the fill puts Gacharna at 78. Nearly cuts it over. It's a nice bid. Wow. Even he can't believe it. Ran out of real estate on the 4-pin. Pair of 9s for our bowlers there. So it's going to be 24 pins. As they say, a long way to go.
Oh. 189. What do you say after that?
So what I say is that the 5-pin is a piece of wood, Bob. Pick a triangle, pick a check mark, and it's better than that. It's better than the true spread eagle. What a bid by Lou.
He hit the check.
No, you cut it in. Cut it in between. It's tough to do. Both bowlers working very hard here. So it's a 9 for Gacharna and an 8 for Renaud Jr. So 1 pin now could mean 1 more later. 25 pin differential here going into the last of the first. Keep in mind this is a 2-string match. Corey Packard on lead 6. 4 horsemen on the right-hand side. Renaud Sr. with a nice ball on the 1-2. He's got the 3, 5, and 10. Little space in between the 2 pieces of wood there. Let's see what he wants to do. Oh, Corey.
Yeah. No, but this is not a house where the corners always go on those. But that's one.
Oh, that corner goes, and all of a sudden, the one you think was going to go as opposed to the one you didn't, he's already getting one more, plus the fill here. Puts Corey and Lou at 105, 81 for the Renauds, plus a ball. Here in the 10th box in game 1 of the finals.
We're bowling. They're going to be going through twice. 20 boxes.
Wait a second.
Not bad.
Could be worse. Renaud Sr. looked like he thought he was a little full, but he leaves the 3 horsemen on the left, the 2, 4, and 7. Meanwhile, Corey's got a decision to make. He's got the wood on the right, which is a little high. He's got the wood on the left. He might try to sweep it. Let's see what he chooses. He's going to go deep on the right.
Yeah,
Cherries the front. That's such a difficult shot.
Wood in the corner. Play mind games with you like that. All right, so the Renaud team brought it under 20. It's 17 at the moment.
That 7 fill puts him right back in it, and that's a 10 for Corey. It's a good 10.
That was a 115 hat.
And a 9 for Renaud.
It's 97.
Correct. Yep.
And I'm going to double check those scores. It's actually, yes, they're correct.
Yep, we should be good to go. 115 to 97 is where we're at through the first one here. So our second bowlers are going to bowl first here, or I should say our anchor bowlers are going to bowl first here with this 2 box at a time format. Blue Gacharna with 18 pins in his favor, and he's off to the left. Renaud Jr. goes halfway to Worcester. Blue puts a good bid on it. So does Renaud.
Yeah. That's what happens when you hit it on the inside on those half Worcesters.
Well,
you frequently get the back road. It doesn't clear somehow.
The tough part about that is if you try to go outside and you miss by a 1/4 inch, you're going to hit the curtain. And now you got a difficult decision for the 3rd ball. You're staring a 6 or a 7 in the face. Or worse. Because I don't know if you know, Bob, that curtain gets bigger after you hit the hole after the first one. Beautiful ball on a 1-3. Okay. Turned out all right there for Lou. Let's see what happens there for Junior. Okay.
His father wanted those ones to stay up. I think he's right.
Nice shot.
On the low side.
Beautiful shot.
That was kind of like Corey's spare.
And an answer.
Oh,
it's a big
boy,
answer. We still have
what
a match on our
shot.
hands. Both of our bowlers now on marks. This is where it all happens. It's so difficult to come up off the bench, even though it's only been 2 boxes. So now you got to fill your mark. But it isn't your mark.
At least you don't have to wait for the other bowlers to go, like when we were playing in layers like that.
You got that right, I guess. That's silver lining.
20-pin lead for Corey Packard.
Still very difficult
with this ball. How about that?
Buried. He leaves the naked 6 again. As we recall, a couple boxes ago, he buried it in the face. Let's see if the wood stays involved. Good ball from Renaud. On the 1-2, he's got the 3, 5, 7, and 9. Advantage Corey here. Let's see if he can convert. He does. Oh, he doesn't. He ran out of real estate. I thought for sure he was going to get to the 6 there.
God.
Is it going to swing over?
Nope.
Could have changed the match there. Well, the 10 box is still one to the advantage of Renaud. 4 through the game and 22 through the match. Still a long way to go. 6 boxes. Tough one for Corey on the 1-2. Triangle on the right with the 7. And that's 10 anytime, anywhere, any place, any year. That's 10. You gonna tell me he doesn't want this?
I bet he's happy that his son is coming up on that too.
Well, it doesn't hurt.
Junior already has 1 double stay. At least.
Yeah. Renaud Jr. throws the ball 41 miles an hour. His father, 31. Of course, better known for throwing 42, 43 miles an hour back in the day.
Well, that's what I mean. So, like, if, you know, back in the day, if you reverse angles, like even 15 years ago, he was the one throwing 30, and Pops was the one throwing 40. Yeah, we got a match on our hands here.
Pulled his shoulder out. I think he pulled his scapula off the back.
Yeah.
During a $30,000 challenge, I think.
Well, that's a good way to go out. But he's not out yet. Here we got the 6-pin again. It seems to be the special. Hey! Could it be a double?
It's shaking!
Oh, it moved
It's
it off the
shaking!
spot. Oh, it
that
moved
would
the
have
7-pin off the
that
spot.
would have been an enormous. Does it?
Pair of lasers. Oh, and ooh, this is it. Oh, he went through the hole. Oh, this is a horse of a different color.
Unbelievable. Well, the match lead is down to 11 now.
And that's a pin of a different color. I cannot believe that didn't carry the 7. And that's a huge pin. That's a huge pin. Wow, what an absolute swing.
54, so it's now a 10-pin lead.
Wow,
for
it's
the team
never
of Packard
easy.
and
Of course
Gacharna
it's 10. Why wouldn't it be 10?
through 3/4 of play here in a 20 box final.
Oh, it feels like 20 strings. This is awesome. Off to the right. The door is open here for Renaud. Doesn't throw the always ball, but he throws a good one. He's got the 3 horsemen left, 1, 2, 4 with the 10, and it's favorable. Lou's going to have to work hard, and he's working hard.
So the kingpin stands.
Got to keep it to 10 if you're Renaud here. You got to keep it to 10.
Oh,
and that does not help. That's just an 8 box. So that's going to make it 12 with 4 boxes to play. Both of our bowlers here, both of our teams, I should say, are on open frames. So there's no fills here to be spoken for. These are going to be our last 2 boxes of the day for both Corey Packard and Steve Renaud Sr. You know they're going to leave everything they have up there on the table. Packard on 6. On the 1-3, leaves the triangle, and the wood flattens out slightly. Renaud Sr. is not here to play.
holy cow.
Wasn't sure about that 6-pin for a moment, but hey, there it is. And now Corey, with this wood here, the wood's angled ever so slightly left. He's going to ask his partner for a little assistance.
I think he has to be above the red line.
I think he does too.
That's right, so swing it.
Renaud Jr. thinks he's got to be on the right-hand side, and I think so too, Bob. I don't think left's any good. Let's see if he can push it through.
He did.
Shot. That's a big-time answer. Big-time answer from Corey Packard. Both of our bowlers now on fills. We go from open to full all of a sudden.
The lead at the moment is 12 for Packard and Gacharna.
Corey on the spare, Steve on the strike. Another awesome ball. It's gonna isn't gonna trip the 10. So that's 7 for Corey. Gives him 81. He wouldn't dare. He wouldn't dare.
Not
The
bad.
wood sticks around. Okay. It's gonna be tough to get to the 7 here, Bob. He's gonna have to throw the 2 pins over somehow. Meanwhile, Corey trying to leave his partner with 1 coming on home.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
There's the 3. Renaud, Woody!
Oh, he
Woody!
did it!
Oh!
So that was for the bonus, though.
And the
2
wood
more
stopped in front of it as well. That's a difficult break as well because Corey's going to make his 9, which is going to force Renaud. Oh, maybe the wood is going to go away. Well, that could be a big break. This pin could be gigantic. Let's see what the wood decides to do at the end of the day here. A gigantic pin here.
This is to bring the lead down to 9.
Right. And he's been doing it all day. That's a professional right there. That's a professional. Regardless of what happens, he bowled fantastic all day. Gave himself a chance. Gave the kid a chance. And here we are. We have a 9-pin lead for Corey and Lou. It's up to Lou. Lou, what do you do?
How about that?
That's what he do. That might trip the 5 as well. Oh, wow, I thought it would. Let's see what Renaud...
Oh!
Whoa! Hello.
The 3rd strike for the Renaud team.
That was quick. And how about this on 6? Look at this wood. Look at this troublemaker now. What is it going to do? Is it going to sit there? Oh, it's going to sit there. Okay. Oh, yeah, he said, I'm not even going to touch it. He said, I'm not even going to touch the wood. A beautiful shot from Lou.
And with that, with that 100, he's at 100.
Yep, we're still 9 pins.
Yeah.
Phil ball off to the right. Let's see. Oh, it's 8.
Great.
That's a whole big 8. Big 8. Renaud Jr. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's got the
Those 2
sweeper.
pieces are lined up a little bit. He's got 2.
Ooh, this is for the match. For the match! He got it!
It's at 129. Lou's done at 117.
6
Lead
to
at
tie,
6.
7 to win for the Renauds. Good.
Oh!
Hey, that's 9, and that's the match.
A 138 and $850.
What a fantastic match. That's our final, 235 to 232.
Well, you know what? Let's talk to the Renaud. That was, hey, Steve, can you come over here?
He's gonna make me cry.
I got a mic. Let's see. Woo! Hey, Richie, can you check on the camera to see if it's watching?
Love you,
Congratulations. You came down to
Thanks,
the last.
Bob.
You had to make, what was it, the 1, 9, 10? You had a couple pieces of wood in there. You guys made 3 strikes in the final. You were down the whole way until the 10th box.
It was
First of all,
a really good team
congratulations.
effort today for both of us. And he was clutch. He's going to be Pro Bowler of the Year this year, I think, the way he's bowling. But to get this chance to do this with my son, we don't do this too often.
Yeah, it's good to get it.
Very special. It's a great day.
To see you in Millis,
Bob.
I know how much that means to you. And
Sure
Steve,
does.
congratulations.
Thank you. Keep
Look forward to seeing you all year.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much. That was fantastic. And final score 235 to 232. Stevie Renaud Sr. and Jr. are the champions in the Scotch doubles competition. I'm Bob Lee for Richie Myrick, the Galen Bowling Network. We'll see you on the lanes.